Hey, chess enthusiasts! Today I've got something really special to share with you. A puzzle that you won't find in any chess book or website. This one's personal. You see, about 20 years ago, when I was just a young, improving player, and chess was literally my whole world, I had this habit of creating chess puzzles. I even kept a special notebook where I collected puzzles and created my own original ones. Sadly, that notebook got lost somewhere along the way. But this particular puzzle, this one stuck with me all these years. Let me show you the position. White is at the bottom of the board, black at the top, so black's pawns are moving downward. It's white to move and win. Now, I know this is quite a challenging puzzle, so feel free to pause the video here, take your time, try to work it out, and drop your solution in the comments below. I'll wait. Ready to see why this puzzle is so special? Let's start by understanding something crucial about this position. You might know that two knights alone usually can't force checkmate against a lone king. But sometimes, when there's an enemy pawn on the board, it actually becomes possible to deliver checkmate. This is because the pawn prevents stalemate in positions where the cornered king would otherwise have no legal moves, allowing the stronger side to first corner the king and then bring the other knight to deliver checkmate. Now, if you try to capture the pawn on g5, not only would you let the black king escape from the corner, but you'd also take away your only chance at delivering checkmate. So this is not an option. And if you try to fiddle with the knights, you'll quickly realize that moving the knights around won't achieve anything by itself. We need to get our king involved. After king g3, black's only move is to push the pawn to g4, attacking our knight. Again, taking the pawn isn't an option. We'd lose our mating chances. You might consider knight f4, thinking about building a mating net. The idea would be something like king g1, knight d2, king h1, king f2, and if black plays king h2, then knight f1 check, king h1, knight h5 with knight g3 mate next move. But instead of king h2, black has g3 check, and our beautiful mating idea falls apart. There are many options to try, but nothing seems to lead to a forced checkmate. So perhaps after king g3, you might get a brilliant idea to sacrifice one knight and construct the mating net with just one remaining knight, using the enemy pawn to block his own king. After king f2 and g takes h3, if it were black to move, their only legal move would be h2, and then knight g3 would be checkmate. But black is to move, and in this position, no amount of shuffling will result in white losing a tempo and delivering checkmate. Not to mention that after king f2, black could still play g3 check instead of taking the knight. But we're getting closer. White needs to lose the tempo sooner. The solution is truly amazing, and maybe you already see it. King f3! The only move for black is g4 check. And now comes the stunning king g3. We're blocking the pawn and offering up our knight. Taking it is black's only move. And after king f2, black is in Zugzwang. Black must play the only legal move h2, and after knight g3, it's checkmate. What makes this puzzle so special is that king's zigzagging path. g4, f3, g3, f2. It looks almost random at first glance, like the king is wandering aimlessly in this small corner of the board. But each move serves a precise purpose, creating this beautiful forced sequence that leads to checkmate. Despite black having very few options throughout the solution, finding it is incredibly difficult because of the sheer number of possibilities white has, and just how counterintuitive the solution is. If you enjoyed this puzzle, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more chess content. Let me know in the comments if you managed to solve it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one.